whole police, and your granny ain't shit, makes you rest in peace.
Hello, and welcome to A.S.C. Love Remix. We're so glad to have you here. At this time, please like, share, and follow us on all major platforms. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss us on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays at 5:30-ish p.m. Central Standard Time. As a disclaimer, we here at ASC do not own any of the rights to samplings, songs, or videos played during our broadcast. Also be aware of our adult content disclaimer. Please note that you must be 18 or older to watch or to participate in this podcast. We personally prefer 25 and older because sometimes you're just stupid. The topics and opinions discussed here are for entertainment purposes only. If they help you in some way, that's great. Be sure and leave us a review. If you don't like it, leave. If it hits too close to home, deal with it or leave. We said what we said. Now that all in hearts and minds are clear, please enjoy our show.
You ain't shit, your dog ain't shit, you got a cute nephew, but his uncle a bitch. Whoop, whoop, somebody call the whole police, and your granny ain't shit, makes you rest in peace, cause you done pissed off a petty bitch. Well, I hope you fucking ready, bitch. Get ready, bitch, I'ma hack your computer, I'ma egg your house. I don't do cardio, but I'ma run my mouth. I'ma hide in your bushes so you scared to come out. Let everybody know that you use me for clout, cause there's a whole lot of miles on that Honda. You done rode every anaconda in Wakanda. You ain't shit, and your mama ain't shit. Ain't shit, your dog ain't shit, you got a cute nephew, but his uncle a bitch. Whoop, whoop, somebody call the whole police, and your granny ain't shit, makes you rest in peace, cause you done pissed off a petty bitch. Well, I hope you fucking ready, bitch. Get ready, bitch, I'ma hack your computer, I'ma egg your house. I don't do cardio, but I'ma run my mouth. I'ma hide in your bush.
Hey, Mercedes, Arbor, how y'all doing today? It's Wednesday.
Hola.
Wonderful, actually.
It's
I
hump
know.
day.
It's hump day. It's beautiful outside. Hey, Chris, how you doing, baby?
It's hot as hell outside is what it is.
It is hot. It is hot. I stepped outside a couple of times and came back inside. That's the best place for somebody in this heat, as old as I am.
Be sure and like, share, and comment today. But right now, go and share this broadcast.
If you're on here, please go and share it right now. We definitely want some viewers today, because we definitely got a hot topic to talk about. Ms. Arbor, how's your Wednesday actually going besides hanging with the kiddo?
It's been great. Hi, Christy. It's been great. I got some work done this morning, got to hang out a little bit and do nothing for a while before I picked up the kids because I worked last night. So, been chilling. It's been a good day.
You always working though. You don't never stop working. I think from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you're doing something of some shape, form, or fashion that's pertaining to some kind of work.
That's how you take up the
That's a
world.
lie. I done called Arbor on Messenger, and she was drinking the whole bottle because she broke the top.
That's because I was talking to you.
And that shit was hilarious because she was drinking it like a gangster. I said, "This is a real mom." She was laying in the bed with her bonnet. She turned the bottle up and was drinking it.
Like I had the whole bottle because I couldn't put the cap back on because I had crushed the cap on accident.
I was like, and she talking about she don't identify with black people. This is a nigga moment for sure.
I got my black card that day.
The whole black card with the
and I was drinking Stella Black too, so
Miss Arbor. To be honest though, I'm with her, man. Like to drink the whole bottle just because you lost the cap, like you can put some foil over it. You could stuff some tissue on the top or something. Like you ain't got to drink the whole bottle.
She said there would be no drop wasted.
None.
What was you drinking?
Stella Black.
Oh, you was buzzing by the time you got done.
Mm-mm.
You what? Oh, you down the whole bottle and didn't go down?
Yeah, it's
I
just
think wine gets you more drunk. I think wine gets you more drunk than alcohol do if you drink enough.
wine does get you more drunk, but Stella is
Wine,
soda.
wine will
That's
sneak
not
up
wine.
on you.
Crystal say drink the whole bottle.
Hey, just so you know, FYI, go to Starbucks, get a venti cup of anything. Keep that venti cup, and a whole bottle of Stella will fit in that venti cup.
Crystal said that's her favorite. That's her favorite is the black and red.
It's like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it start out that way, and then you start feeling like Kool-Aid, just all slizzard and sweet.
It's not that bad. I'm a drinker though, so I don't smoke. I drink.
Hey y'all, today's topic we definitely Sierra. I don't know why Sierra ain't on here. She'll probably be right back. She probably just stepped out for a second, but she was here a while ago. So this is actually her topic that she wanted to bring to the screen. But we went out and asked some of our viewers and some people that some of our friends out there what
I
was
asked a
their
random stranger.
yeah, and that's what we're gonna start doing, whether y'all know it or not. We're gonna be start going out and we're gonna start asking people about our topics coming up so we can get other people's views on the topic. Um, Lamont's already chiming in on topic and give us a second, Lamont.
Slow
We'll put your
down.
comment. Yeah, give us a second, Lamont. We'll put your comment up so that way you can comment on the topic. Well, let me say Mason because I don't know. Huh?
Stop rocking.
I'm always rocking, man. You know when I'm thinking at the same time when I'm rocking. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I got this like that rocking chair motion when your grandma porch or something.
Mason hit the nail on the head, though.
Okay, we're definitely finna get into it. Our topic today is when it comes to relationship, do white men take their roles more serious than black men? Um, since Mason commented, we got viewers that we're gonna come to. We're gonna go first. We're gonna let Mason. We're gonna put Mason's comment up. Miss Arbor, would you read his comment?
He says some do and some don't, just like black men. Humans are humans. Some people are good and others aren't. It's not a race issue, it's a human issue. But black men fall under a great deal more stress due to oppression and racism. We lose our patience quicker and may give up quicker because of all that's on our shoulders. That's a good one.
Mason,
I can't
Mercedes said it
argue with
right.
that.
Mercedes said it right. You hit that dead. For me, you hit it dead on the head because I'm a black man, so I understand what you're talking about. But
And he said it right. It's not a race issue, it's a human issue. No matter what your color, culture, race, you know the difference between right and wrong, and you know how others want to be treated. And because relationships are so customized, it's hard to say who takes their role more serious than the next based on just race. That's more of a human issue.
I think there's a lot of factors that go into it as well. Because I've divorced both white and black. So I'm an equal opportunity. Y'all are shit.
all right, Arbor, we're gonna start right out because both of you and Mercedes seem like y'all both got something to say today. We're gonna go with you first, and then we're gonna jump down to Mercedes. Then we'll go to Miss
Hey, Miss Bev.
Beverly. And
Hey, Bows, how are y'all?
after we all comment, then we'll play some of the viewers' comments so that way we can reply to what they have to say also. And also we'll get Suave's comment because he's definitely in the house. What's up, Suave?
What's happening, family?
Man, Miss Arbor's about to dive into this topic. Mr. Mason has already commented. I'll put it up so you can read it while Miss Arbor's getting ready to comment. We ain't gonna read the whole thing all over again. But I believe we all believe Mason hit it dead on the head when it comes to African American men and what we deal with. Again, I can't say what other races are and what they deal with, but I know what I deal with. So, with that being said, Miss Arbor, the floor is yours.
As a blanket general statement, I can absolutely agree with Mason. It's more of a human issue than anything. It changes based on each individual person. And I feel like there's some societal influence. I feel like there's some cultural influence. I know we talk on the show all the time about how we as a culture weren't taught how to handle each other. So I feel like some men, not all, both white, black, green, and indifferent, aren't taught how to handle women properly, just like some women aren't taught to handle men properly. Society, though, being in the white culture for as long as I was, I can say I do feel like when it comes to men and the way that they treat their women, it's a little bit more socially appropriate to love on your woman and spoil your woman and not get held because you're pussy whipped or whatever they want to deem you at that moment. White men get less shit for that than black men do. Like black men have to stay hard and be hard, and they've got all this stress and weight on their shoulders, like he said, and they're not allowed to let that go and be, I won't say soft is not the right word, but they're not allowed to let their guard down, even with their women. And that does make a difference.
Hmm. So that's to a white guy dating a black woman. Okay.
But I don't
Um,
feel like they take it less seriously. I feel like if you get into a situation where you finally do get married, I feel like the responsibility that they assume is it's heavy on either way. It doesn't matter the color. That's just a male response. They accept that responsibility and they take that responsibility. Now, how they carry it out, I think, is an individual issue.
I like what you
okay.
said a couple of shows ago, Miss Arbor, about how black men aren't taught how to be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always kind of stuck with me, and particularly with this topic today, because black men, white men don't have that problem. White
Mm-hmm.
men, they can just go about their life. Now, albeit not every white person is from the same cloth. You got your white elite, your white middle class, your white trash, just like every other race has those, different class types. But still, at the end of the day, I still feel like it's basically back to a character issue of how serious you take your relationship, regardless of who you are and race. But I feel like black men get more of a hard time because this is a culture of people who've had to fight for basic rights, basic respect, basic dignity. And we always have to fight for everything that we have. We have to work harder than every other race. So it's hard to say if we value our relationships more. I think we value our relationships a whole lot more. It's just that in the midst of things, sometimes it can get lost in translations because of all the other battles that we're constantly fighting.
Definitely agree. I think from the female perspective of dating a white man, it was easier because I didn't realize I dated white before I dated black. So by the time I dated a black man, I did not realize what all was on his shoulders. I'd never in my life had to worry about, I was over 30 years old before I ever had to worry about he's black and might not make it home. Like I'd never had to experience that before. So I understood, but at the same time, loving him was harder because of all of his struggles and him not living in growing up in a nurture versus survival situation.
You said before about the raising and difference of how white guys are raised versus black guys.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate on what you said difference in that was when you was talking today? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I remember you saying something different in the white guys versus the way they was raised and how they was taught to take care of the house versus
Oh,
what we are.
I can't say it's a blanket statement for all white people, but I will say that more often than not, white men, white boys are taught that it is their job, their duty, their obligation, and their badge of honor to be able to take care of their women. They're looked at in society by the car they drive, the house they live in, and the smile on their wife's face. That's how they get their standing amongst one another. Whereas I don't know very many black people who go, you must be a great man or a great provider or a great whatever because your wife looks happy.
That's true. I can see where they see. I can see where that might be a persona or something, but I don't believe it. I mean, I thought people smile outside all day long and have bad shit going on behind closed doors all day long.
They do. And I think that's not a factor for our culture because we've always had to put on that face. You know, growing up, both my parents are black, but growing up, everybody thought we were a perfect household and, you know, the family was great and they had no idea the shit my parents were going through. Hell, I lived in the house and didn't understand the shit my parents were going through until I was damn near grown. Because you were just taught to smile and keep going. You know, you don't talk about your family business.
Well, yeah, that's true. Back then, what happened in your household stayed in your household.
Big facts.
I still, but you know what? As men, we still move that way anyway. What goes on in my household stays in my household. It shouldn't be discussed outside my household. I mean, am I right, Suave? Don't you move that way?
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean
Most,
that's just how I am. I mean, even with your girlfriends, there's certain shit about our household shouldn't be discussed.
shouldn't be discussed, and that's the way that women don't move. That they should, but they absolutely don't more than men.
So I mean, I've always moved that way, but I will agree. A lot of women that I know don't move that way.
hmm Like the homies that tell you all day, about all the hoes that they fucking and what's going on with that, but they don't be niggas be real quiet about what their relationship issues is.
I, for me, I'm a talker and I'm a coach. So I feel like communication and talking about certain things are important. Now, I won't talk to everybody about my business, but I do feel like we do need to start talking about stuff more. One, because guys need community where they can feel free to talk and get other people's perspectives and kind of deal with some of the shit that's weighing on them so that they don't feel alone. Um, but learning from other people's experiences and perspectives, we don't have to constantly fucking struggle and learn the hard way.
That's true. So,
Yeah, no, I
Miss
don't. I
Harper,
disagree. Hold on, I disagree because it's not too much room for that. Because this is where I feel about it as a male. If you're supposed to be my woman and you're supposed to be trying to get on the same page and wavelength as me, you can't get on the same page and wavelength as me if you constantly trying to get on the same page and wavelength as other people.
There's a
Because
difference.
it's people. Because when we at ours, it's people that's gonna hoorah and yeah, go girl that shit that you do, and that shit ain't gonna benefit us none.
But I think that's
That
a
shit is
I
that shit
think
is
that
going all
that's
the
a
way against the
reflection of
grain of what we're
her.
trying to build. You said what?
That's more of a reflection of her and her choice in friends and confidants. If you
It
don't,
don't. It ain't even. Listen, it's not even about a bad choice in friends or confidant. We all human, so nobody's gonna be right 1,000% of the time. So there's times that you might go to your girlfriends and they give you the wrong answer. Not that they trying to be or that they're bad people. They just got it fucking wrong because we're human.
well,
But
doctors
that's an
get it
issue.
fucking wrong. But I'm saying
But
you have to have space, but you have to be mature enough
there's
to.
space, but it only needs to be in certain areas, and especially when you start getting into the male friend thing, because you trying to touch and agree with another man when you got a man like that. If y'all
That's
within
a
yourselves
touchy one
can't
right there.
can't understand
all
that, yeah,
right,
it's a very touchy one.
we'll have to bring that to the screen later on. Let's get back to topic though.
Okay, let's get back to what's topic. Let's
Way
go.
off
What's topic?
topic.
Weezy, my bad.
Miss Arbor, do you have anything else to elaborate on that?
No, I kind of said what I had to say.
Miss Mercedes, how do you feel about this topic? What do you have to say about it? I know you already elaborated a little bit, but definitely tell us how you truly feel. You said you only went out on a date with one. You ain't never seriously looked into a white guy. So other than that, you probably know friends though that's dated white guys.
I know people that date interracial. I don't have a problem with it. To me, it boils down to more of a preference thing. I want to have black babies, and I want to be with someone who identifies with my background. I don't feel like I'm not gonna say I don't feel like other races can identify with it. I don't want to be that ignorant because there are other cultures that can and will salute, right along with black people. But it boils down to a preference. It doesn't do anything for my clique when I look at someone else in like a loving manner. Like I mean, I may find you attractive, but my coochie don't tingle when I kiss you.
I love you. I love you.
Oh,
I want you to have my babies. I love you.
Lamont,
I mean, but
Lamont,
I
we
mean,
want you to keep talking.
I'm in love with Brad Pitt. You know, I've been in love with him for years. But would I marry Brad Pitt? Hell no.
I won't marry him for several reasons, but white is not one of them.
I just, you know, he is rich and successful and handsome, but I just can't. I don't look at white people like that. I mean, I love them. I'll flirt with them, but marry them, date them, fuck them. I've watched too much porn, and I don't like the way they have sex.
I ain't gonna lie, fucking white girls is fun.
Fucking white dudes is fun. Are you serious?
I don't like the way they have sex. They fuck like rabbits.
Yeah,
And they
not
meat
my
is
cup of tea.
pink.
That's
It's
just on
pink.
porn. I'll
It
tell you
looks
that
like
now.
I'm like, that's
it
just the
looks like
forms that you.
raw
That's
chicken.
Yeah.
just what you
You
see
ever
on porn.
seen
That's
like
not how it is in real life.
it
Black
looks
men
like
don't fuck
raw
like they do
chicken?
on porn.
I don't like
Hold
it.
on 1 second. Miss Arbor, please read Mason's comment.
Okay, he
Yeah.
says it takes its toll on us, and we have a lot of obstacles that interfere with us being successful, primarily our health. I don't feel that white men are taught any differently than us. I think we allow our black men and societal influences to interfere with our loving ways, and this is a small amount of black men from a percentage standpoint. So I think for the most part, we would all be amazed at how many black men keep it together when you consider what we've experienced as a people. It's it's what? It's pretty what?
Impressive, I guess.
I mean, I agree with them. I mean,
See,
again,
that's
being
pink
personally
energy
on
right
the other
there.
side, there are some teachings that are different. You can't, as me having black boys, I can tell you I can't teach them the same things that my son's father got taught because my son's father was not a black boy. So yeah, teachings are different. Um, but at the same time, there's just some general stuff I think that's basic. How to be a gentleman, how to be respectful, how not to fucking rape people. Like that's probably kind of generic.
I'm
So
I
hold
make
up. What you say about? Well, go ahead and answer Mason.
oh Mason, I agree with everything you said except for one part. Um and I truly feel this way. I don't think that black men choose to abandon their loving ways and all and nurturing ways. Like I don't feel that at all. I just don't feel like we're allowed to be loving and nurturing as our counterparts are in other races. Our women don't allow us that space. We don't get that. We
Is
don't
there a
have
gun
that
to your
privilege.
head?
You said what?
Is there a gun to your head?
Nah.
No, but I
Even
dig
if it
what he's
was,
saying. I dig what
they'll
he's
shoot
saying
me.
on the
Shit.
sense of you remember how I said how they're not allowed or taught how to have that peace or to accept that peace. Being loving is the same way. They're taught that they're sissies if they're all lovey dovey and fruity. Like my kids are the random kids that will walk by and go I love you and hug you and don't want anything. Well, my
Yeah, that's how
ex-husband
I
would
let
be
my
like,
friends play with ratchet people kids.
my
Nah.
ex-husband would be like, what do you want? Like he felt it was a setup. Like why the hell you all of a sudden out of nowhere come and tell me you love me? What you do or what you want? He couldn't just accept that this kid wanted to say I love you.
That's sad.
It like reason 863 on my I'm divorced.
800.
Because when I would do it, he didn't know how to accept it.
Mercedes, were you finished with what you were saying?
Oh, I was pretty much done. I mean, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. I feel like it's a human issue. I don't think race has anything to do with it. I just think it boils down to how you were raised. I mean, because it's different class systems in every race. You got rich, middle, and poor, and based on whichever class you fall in, you're gonna adopt kind of those same behaviors on how you approach relationships. Me seeing me working in finance. I have an extensive experience on how I see how rich people raise their kids. I mean, I've watched college kids. All they had to do is graduate college. Boom, you got a $250,000 trust fund. You went to school scotch free. You have a business in your name. Your credit's already good. How many Black families teach their kids, or leave that kind of money for their kids to start life off, great? We don't set our kids up for success like that. But all of us don't have the resources and the tools to do that. Maybe our elite Black leaders do, but not just the average person. I mean, you got white poor families just like you got Black poor families. And how they may approach relationships is different because your struggle is higher. You have other necessities that are more prioritized: food, water, shelter, bills. There's a large amount of stress in your life. Even when you're rich, there's a large amount of stress, but you stress about different stuff. Taxes
Totally different shit.
and employees and multiple businesses versus how am I going to survive today? In the middle class, your biggest stresses are, okay, I got to do this, that, and the third, but can I at least, let my kids, get on the right foot? So it's how you approach relationships depends a lot on what stresses are in your life.
Amen. Mr. Arbor Mason said something else. I guess he was referring to what Suave said.
In my family, we were allowed to. I'm speaking from my experience. I don't see anything differently in my family. I have a huge family and I am one of the few that is single. I tried marriage, but it didn't work because of both of us, not just me. Then he says, my entire family is Black and we get it from grandpa. What you get from your grandpa?
The hard work, I think,
He got it from his daddy.
and the loving and stuff. That's what they were talking about, showing love.
Yeah, now Mason, I feel what you're saying. I come from the same type of family. I was raised on love, not survival. I had a real good relationship with all my family members the majority of my life. So, like, I come from a good Black family. What people would qualify as the good Black family.
Not the air quotes.
Yeah,
Petty.
because everybody family got some shit, and mine ain't exempt at all, nigga.
So
But
yours ain't the Huxtable family.
On the
that's
outside,
what it
you might
does. On
think
the
that.
outside, we all look
On the
like the
outside, you would think
Huxtables.
that. Yeah, you would think that on the outside. I went to private school for majority of my life. Majority of my family members did. You know what I mean? So you would think, yeah.
Y'all know I only said that so I can say welcome home, Bill Cosby. That's the only
What
reason
wrong
why.
with
Welcome home,
content?
Uncle Bill.
Y'all know damn well I had to say
It's
something to Bill. You
been a
know what I'm
long
saying?
time coming.
Ain't nobody celebrating that pervert.
Shit, I'm celebrating
So
that.
Everybody
that,
perverted.
so that the
I'm
argument
celebrating
of
that Black man coming home. What the fuck you talking about?
He's
the
still a pervert.
argument of he's got to have an Ivy League background that determines how he's going to have a successful relationship. Just it's null and void. And I'm not speaking negatively about Suave, but Suave's opinion about women has nothing to do with his upbringing. It has to do with what his experiences have been with us, Black women. Us, Black women, have caused him to think the way that he does in reference to us.
I
He
agree.
needs new friends.
All right, y'all.
Listen,
This is the DJ from our lingerie party. Arbor, can you read his comment?
Hi,
DJ.
Johnny. All right, so it says oppression is the invisible elephant in the room that changes the game. Media, corporate America, religion, financial institutions, the education system, hell, everything around us is in America is built to oppress us. Black people as a whole react to oppression differently. Some overcome it and some die as a result of it. Other races don't face the oppression that we face.
Oppression is
okay.
not invisible
So
at all.
yeah,
It's
so
very obvious.
I'm like, it's real visible.
all right. So check this.
We choose to ignore it.
Yeah. We are oppressed, but in this respect, in this light that we're discussing it here today, with regard to relationships, the only oppression that we're facing is internal oppression. We oppress ourselves and one another. That's the only oppression that
Yeah, I
we.
was gonna say the one another part is huge here.
That's literally it. So like those social pressures that are outside the home, those were always outside the home, and we still had good marriages back in the 60s and the 50s. So like strong Black families. So that shit don't matter. and we've been oppressed since we got over here. So we was able to have them at some point. There's no reason why we couldn't have them now. Now, what I think the problem is, and y'all not gonna like to hear it, we as black men, we got the only woman that gives us extra heartache and strife, and act like they are the only woman that goes through basic relationship issues. Like a nigga ain't shit because he cheat. Every man cheats. I don't care where you look. You tell me the race of man, I'll tell you where to look for the cheating at. I'll lead you directly. I'll guide you directly to it.
Yeah,
so outside of cheating, okay, you say you got a man that beat you. It's some rednecks out there that'll beat the dog shit out of you. It's some chinks that'll backhand the fucking and karate kick the shit out of you. Trust me, I know for a fact.
I divorced an abusive.
I
divorced an abusive white man. I've never had a black man put his hands on me, but I have had a white man put his hands on me.
Papi and mommy be in there sometimes.
Why couldn't she just kick you? Why she had to karate kick you?
Because it's references, man.
That's that bullshit. You trying to throw subtle shots and shit, bro. That's that bullshit. Y'all be up here twitching and shit.
If I was talking about a nigga, I'd say a backhand, like, because we got to be extra with shit.
But you can't talk about karate, kung fu, none of that shit with me, bro.
I fuck with kung fu, everything. Like, I'm an anime kid. I can talk about that shit. Fuck anybody that got a problem. Shit,
but yeah, those aren't color issues. Now, I do have a problem with Black people not holding each other accountable. Yeah. That's a big thing, because as a female and the stuff that I'm willing to do for my man, other females rag on me. Other dudes be like, why you doing all of that? Like my mother-in-law said I was spoiling him. I didn't need to be doing all of that. That's your son. And I'm trying to take care of him and you telling me I'm doing too much? Like, that's weird to me.
Miss Arbor, read Tania's comments.
Oh, no, I was divorced by then. I told her she could have her son back.
We got a lot of comments.
She says, I think the type of relationship you have or the person you are in a relationship with depends on where you are in your life. Colors should not matter.
We're going to Lamont Mason.
All right, Mason says, we also had more business and home ownership back in the 50s and 60s.
That's because we had strong black families. The strong black family is the foundation of that.
And the house only cost $10,000 and the car only cost $2,000.
I'm not saying every. Nah, Mason. All right, so check this out, Mason. Yeah, I'm gonna say every man cheats. Cause check this out. The way I qualify
every race of man, not every single person. Every race.
Well, let them finish.
I'm gonna say, hold on, Arbor, because I'm gonna say every single fucking person is a male cheats. Cause like the way I register cheating, the way I register it is anything that you would do in your partner's absence that they would not be too happy about you doing if they was there. And we all got something exactly like that. I ain't met a man yet that ain't did one like one of them before. Whether it's a little slick little joke to your colleague, it's some shit you done did that your wife would not fucking like. So yes, every man fucking cheats.
That's facts. If we're going on that definition, that's absolute facts. And every woman cheats too, if that's the case.
Because that's the standard.
If you want to only define cheating as sexual, then no, every man doesn't cheat.
But that's not truly cheating. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Sexual isn't, but it isn't sexual. It's what leads up to sexual.
Exactly. It's anything that I can't do in my man's presence. Now, I will flirt with everybody, male or female, but there's a line to it. So whatever your line is, where you wouldn't do it in your partner's presence, but you still do it on the side when they're not around, that's cheating. And emotional affairs and work affairs are the biggest culprits.
To me, that shit ain't funny. That shit is not funny to me at all.
That shit's hilarious to me.
I was trying to feel like, what is he talking about? No, I get it.
Jake, now you get it. Well, hold up, y'all. We are going to take a break. We're going to take a break and go to some of the viewers. Not take a break from the show. We're taking a break and allowing us to play at least one of the people that chimed in already, at least, and then we'll come back and play some more later on, so that way they definitely know that we got to.
So let me try it this way. Let me record the other way. But yes, I do feel that the white race or the Hispanic race it's a little different. And this is just my experience. I have dated both, and with them, yes, I did feel protected. I felt respected at the same time. I always knew that I was first, and I was always shown that I was first. Now, after that, and dating black men, it was totally different. I mean, getting called out your name, or always having to be physical with, or always having to prove that where you supposed to stand, or you're the one who's having to defend the relationship. And this is just not all black men, because the one I have now is awesome. Just awesome. But like I said, in the past, yes, I can say, just from my experience, that the white guys I have dated and the Hispanics that I have dated, they were both the same. They knew their role. They took care of the house, or they took care of you. I've never gotten called out my name. Never been disrespected around anyone. Just always held with the utmost respect. It's just a little different when it comes to black men. And I'm going to say that because I watched my dad, I watched my grandmother, my grandfather, and how he treated my grandmother. They were good men. I just didn't find that in the black men in this generation. Um, like I said, up until now. So that's just my opinion and mine only.
First off, thank you for your comments, Miss Christie. I think it's kind of what Miss Arbor says, is that outside persona that the white guys and Hispanic guys and most people, they don't want nobody seeing them treat their woman bad, or they want to treat their woman a certain way and keep her a certain way, at least in public. I'm not gonna say what they do behind closed doors, but
I
most
can
of the
speak
time,
to that. I can speak to that. One, I've never been called out of my name, black or white, but my white husband, you would never see him disrespect me in public. He would fuck you up if you disrespected someone else in front of me. But that's not how he was with me at home.
I think, yeah, no, I think that's the what's being attributed to black men is just a singular individual that person dealt with. Cause hell no. Most look, unless you got you a corny dude, like please don't misunderstand me and like think I don't know that there's corny dudes out here. But unless you got one of them corny dudes, if you got you a real live nigga, like especially if he's like an actual for real street nigga, not just like one of the peons that be around, like niggas don't do that disrespect in public shit, period. Like one way or the other. So like I don't really vibe with that part of it. That's not a black man thing. That's a lame dude thing. That's a
Let me just say, I've
like
dated hood niggas. I've dated a drug dealer before, and he's never disrespected me in public. I've dated hood niggas before. It don't matter. Your race don't
yeah.
matter. Like, it goes back to what I said earlier. It's a character, and it's a human issue. It's all about if that person want to treat you right or not. You gotta. It's all about who you attract as well. Like, in this day and age, I've never been disrespected by any man that I've chose to give my time. Black, white, whoever. No man has ever just disrespected me, public, private, whatever. A person is going to treat you how you allow them to treat you. Because the first sign of disrespect, cut them off. But should nobody feel comfortable at a certain point in your life disrespecting you anyway? But you can't put it on a whole entire race. Oh, this race treated me better. This is my experience with this one race. Like, come on now. How old are we? At some point you got to realize, like, not everyone is that way.
I got
Go ahead, Swell.
but
He's itching. He is holding it in so hard right now.
I was with you, Kalila, to that last sentence because there's one difference I feel like, but that was I was with you to that. You good though? I ain't gonna. We ain't gonna.
No, talk about it. Speak
We're
on
not
it.
gonna get off topic, so like we'll save it for another day.
yeah,
Trust me.
we'll say Mason said something to you, nephew. He said he jack off when his wife ain't around at times. Is that cheating? If I'm so, I'm cheating with myself, I guess.
Mason, I like you, and you were doing so well with your responses
Shit.
until you decided to blatantly not use obvious intelligence. What we said was, when you are doing something in the absence of your partner that your partner would not approve of, I'm pretty sure your wife don't give two fucks about you jacking off in her absence. Hell, that's less work for her. She's probably not in the goddamn mood. Hell, she gets a day off, a break, maybe an extended sex session. I don't think your wife gives a damn about you jacking off your dick. We're talking about the
Unless
obvious
she's not
stuff,
getting
sir.
any.
Come on now. Mason, don't do that. Come on, you were doing so well. I was so proud of you. Get it together.
Miss
Come back.
Auburn, Miss
All right,
Auburn, what
Tania
did Tania say?
says, if I'm in a relationship, I don't flirt, I don't cheat. Hell, it's too much to remember the lies that come with. Plus, that lying and shit is too stressful. Hell, I'ma just tell the truth. Fuck lying and cheating. But just my opinion, to each his or her own.
You can tell the truth and cheat.
Tania, I respectfully call bullshit. Respectfully. Because you're the homie. So respectfully, bullshit.
What he's saying is if we look at another woman, like when we go to the grocery store, we inside there, we see a fine woman, we look and we lust. Bottom line, we ain't gonna sugarcoat that shit. We look and we lust. Oh, I fuck shit up.
Shit, we point that shit out sometimes. And
I dick print watch in public, and I don't feel
Most women dick print watch in public. Like,
no,
nigga,
he's not saying
I
you
promise
cheat.
you look at a woman's eyes,
He talking
not
about
on your face.
have you ever looked at somebody? He ain't talking about knowing you. He's just saying like if we go somewhere, we look at other people. Like it ain't
she's
about
saying
actually
that she
flirting.
doesn't go and flirt with other people, blatantly flirting.
But you don't even have to
cheating.
flirt.
I bullshit. I call bullshit on
You
that
don't
too.
even have to flirt. Like if you look at
I call
somebody and
bullshit
you
on that.
must not be
Nowadays, you don't
somebody
have to
certain.
flirt. You can just be nice, and people take it as flirting now because there's hardly any common decency.
I call bullshit on her not flirting. I think she flirts. Like, I miss me with that. It's too easy to flirt. Social media and all
I know.
that.
I will say this. Tania was married 15 years. I will say this. That's one thing I have known her not do. She was definitely.
Thomas, you wasn't around that woman 24/7, man. You
I don't have to
you
be.
was a guardian,
But
bro. You don't know
one
what's
thing I
going
know
on
for
with them
sure is I
folks.
know her, and I've been knowing
I
her
heard
too
you,
long.
but I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about that.
Okay. Well, you might think they
People are
do, but I
subject.
don't. I've been there.
Hold on. I don't care how much you know about a person. People are subject to do something different. Everyone is subject to change their own fucking mind, and regardless of what you know about a person, you never know what the fuck is going on right here. You never.
You're right.
So,
you're right.
I miss
you're right. But
that
until they show you different, you're gonna believe in that person like you always do.
Man, look, shit. Cause look, man, every person, I'm gonna keep it jiggy with you, family. Yeah, nigga. Every person got a person that they got a flavor that they like that ain't the flavor they got.
Yeah.
And every once in a while in life, you gonna randomly bump into that flavor, and that flavor gonna say something to you.
Oh,
and you know your intentions ain't gonna be nothing. Hold on, and your intentions when you respond to that flavor ain't gonna be nothing too respectful. It ain't gonna be the give me 10 feet, we at church. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I don't give a fuck who you talking about or what you know about them. And based off of your standards, Thomas, hell nah, you ain't in the position to defend nobody, nigga.
You know goddamn well I flirt with everybody. Shit, so
exactly. So hey, the defense is only as good as your credibility.
But see, that's why you get people that know you. That's why you get somebody that know you and you comfortable with it. Because I'm a flirt,
you
but
defended it hurt her case more than helped it, family. It hurt her case more than helped.
No,
I love you though.
Just because she
I love you though. Don't get mad at me.
She said she's not hiding behind nobody back. We both can agree with someone looking good. Why hide it in the open?
But look, Tania, you in a relationship right now, so you're supposed to say that. So, y'all, if you watching, sir, don't pay no attention to nothing I
said. One, sir, pay attention to everything he just said. That was a bunch of bullshit. Two, Sierra, you brought this subject to us. Why? And you married to a black man.
Amen.
Is he black?
He's not black.
He's an Arab, ain't he?
No, he's mixed though.
I thought he was black.
I thought he was an Arab.
Miss
Is he an Arab?
Lord, he is black. What? Jesus. He's not Arab.
I'm so
What?
glad he really. I sure hope he wasn't really Arab. Goddamn, bro. Shit.
You trying to call him terrorist? Stop.
Shit.
No.
I thought he was mixed.
That
He
He
nigga black
Taliban.
is.
as
He's
hell.
black, white,
I
and
knew he was
Indian.
black.
Yeah, see, he's mixed.
He black
But
and
you know, it's
black.
that
Black
it's the
Well,
people
what
cup
see
of
the
him as
milk
hell
black.
made
theory. If you
you
got a
think that
speck
man
of
was
black
Arab?
in you black.
I mean, I didn't get the white part, but I
That
definitely
was
thought he was
stupid.
black.
Check
Make
this
so
out.
y'all can't see Arab.
Last
Man,
time
we're
I
gonna look at the
checked,
pictures later. Y'all, so
last time I
y'all don't
checked,
see the Arab?
every race that mixed with black become black. So he's black.
Every race started as black. We have the Eve gene. Thank you.
Arabs is black.
Jesus was
Like
black.
right there.
Personality-wise, he's blacker than me. Let's put it that way. If that helps.
Oh yeah, because you are kind of Caucasian. Go ahead though. Why in the world did you bring this subject up?
Why did I bring? I was people watching,
Okay,
and
people
I was
watching.
watching.
That's a
Yeah,
fun sport.
and I was watching two couples. It really is. And I was watching two couples. One was a mixed couple, and the other couple was black. I watched how the white guy paid attention to every single thing that the black girl did. And it wasn't in an overbearing way. It was just like an okay, you got my attention type of way. Let me see if I can take care of it for you. Whereas the black guy, he just kind of like didn't pay attention to where his girlfriend or wife, whoever she was walking. Like I know when I'm out with my husband, he pushes me away from the parking and from the parking lot. So I'm on the opposite side of him. So the car is coming down the thing and it'll hit him first, not me, type thing. Um, the white guy did it. The black guy didn't.
Hmm.
What's why? Go ahead.
No, finish. I want to hear the rest. I want to hear the rest. Finish.
And I don't know,
You might not get
sparked
to
that
it.
question.
All right.
It just sparked that question because, of course, like you all were saying, it's a lot of times how white men are raised compared to black men. White men are taught to go out and work to provide for the family. Black men are taught the same thing. However, a lot of them don't do it.
Okay, so you want to know the difference in your story between them people you was watching between that black man with his wife and that white man with his wife?
What?
Who that black woman is to that white man when he get home? I'm pretty sure he has a pretty peaceful fucking home. You know why that black man that was with his wife didn't want to know where his wife was? Because it's finally fucking quiet and shit sounds amazing. Finally don't hear a fucking voice. Like, fuck. This is what
I
quiet
knew
sounds
he
like.
was to come with the shit.
I hope
Well,
that
let me say
motherfucker don't
this.
come back for hours.
Well, let me say this. The sad thing about what she says is I live in Eastwood and I see men walking down the street with their women all the time, and it is exactly that way. It is a sad thing to say. But they also might come from that old survivor technique that I used to say, somebody got us to live to tell the story. Might as well be you get hit than me. I'm just being honest. But I
Except
mean,
the
I do
Suave
agree. I do
case.
agree with what she's saying on that suave. Like when your woman is walking, I mean, she shouldn't be the one in danger. She should be the one being protected in that sense. So
Yeah.
maybe that is some of
You
the
know what?
maybe
I
that is
feel
some
like
of
all of
maybe that
that.
is some of maybe that's some of the reasons why black women don't feel protected with inside our own community.
But
I
I
don't.
feel like the way that I have to defend Suave a little bit, but I have to agree with Sierra. I feel like it's about what you bring out in each other because with either one of my guys, I was always protected. You know, they moved me to the inside. They helped me down the stairs when I had heels on. They, all of that chivalrous stuff. But I also gave them both peace when we got home.
The
So
peace continues, the love continues, the chivalry continues.
I have to agree with Swab on that part. I wasn't fussing and fighting. If we were fussing and fighting, it was a really serious issue, or I didn't get laid. And
Before
I was upset and I was throwing a fit, and dropped some dick off, and I'm good. We back to peacefulness.
before you go to Sierra, Mercedes, why don't you go ahead and slap the screen and hit Arbor on the forehead right now for agreeing with Suave at all? That's some bullshit.
I mean,
When a
that's
nigga
a once in a
right.
lifetime occurrence. I mean,
I
that's a rare
I know I'm
occurrence.
shocked she agreed with him at
That's like a
all.
It's
red
not,
moon.
but it's not wrong. I've had the same experience with both. Now, I will tell you the difference in certain things, though. It's really weird about how they give a shit about certain parts. Like my white guys, they kept up with my cycle better than I did. And it wasn't due to the fact that we weren't trying to get pregnant. I obviously have a mixed son, but I was catered to throughout my cycle because sometimes you're more horny than others, sometimes you're more temperamental than others. And he cared. He gave a shit. Whereas that black dude, if he knew I was getting ready to rag, he didn't even want to look at me. Don't talk to me, don't touch me, don't come see. Like he didn't give a fuck if
But
I
but
existed.
Miss Arbor, what picture are you sending your woman when you change from what you do? In other words, like you said, so maybe he was walking on the opposite side until she started giving him strikes. Do you not see that being a bigger issue inside the home? I mean, as a woman, you're gonna sit there and say, well, damn, now you put me in the line of danger. How does he feel? I mean, it changes the whole
Now
perspective of the
listen here.
relationship. Why can't we just communicate
If
and
you
you tell me
are
that you mad at me and still
if
protect
you're
me?
doing your part, and everybody has a part to play here. If you're doing your part, letting a man be a man, and he's choosing not to be a man and not to protect you and not to take care of you, you need to one evaluate what you're doing to make sure that you're doing your part, and two, if you know you're doing your part and he ain't shit, then fucking leave. If he's okay with you getting hit by a car, then move the fuck around.
Hey, here's the thing, man. It's equal. You can't get mad. That nigga's putting you on equal standing, okay?
I don't
Okay.
want to be
If you
equal.
stress him
Let's
out
just
of
get
walking
this.
on the right side of the road, because most niggas like y'all act like men don't like most niggas like first off, we act like men, all men weren't raised by mamas. It was the father that was absent, but most women didn't want to raise the type of nigga that wasn't gonna be there for his kids. So we know the shit to do to walk on the right side of the road and shit, but it's influenced by how you treat me. Because guess what? If you stressing me the fuck out at home, you putting my life in danger. You know what the number one killer of black men is? Heart disease and high blood pressure. You know what the number one cause of that shit is? Fucking stress. You know what? If you ask a black man what's the most stressful things in his life, it's either gonna be bills. Y'all know what number two is. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but
Pussy.
bills or so if that nigga got money, it's gonna be my bad. It's gonna be the number two.
It's gonna be that one.
It's gonna be the number two. That's what it's gonna be.
But again,
This nigga, put the cup down. Because
Never.
if this cup is questionable,
but
Hey,
again,
whatever's
what's
in that
all
that
fucking
in that
cup.
wasn't a
cup?
race thing. That wasn't a race thing. That was a character thing. That didn't have to do with race. I let a man and be in his place. And if he chooses not to take his place, I will fucking replace him.
But that's the thing. I have to say it is a race thing because it's only in our race that women don't like the place of what women that want to be claim they want to be married. They don't like the place and position of what a successful wife is.
That's because they don't know what a fucking successful wife is because they were with a
Look,
mother, not a wife.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. We grown, y'all. Once you get to
But you
25,
just tried to play the
hold on.
card about how men don't know how
No.
to show.
I'm not
They're not
saying
allowed
that
to
they
show
can't
emotion.
learn.
No,
I
it's once you get to 25, we grown. So after 25, you have zero excuse in my book. After
I didn't
25,
say that they couldn't learn. It's a choice. I
it's a
agree with
choice.
you. After a
Guess what?
certain age,
Look
it's a choice.
around.
But men are the same way. Just because you didn't have a daddy in the home don't mean you can't be a fucking man. At some point, you have to make the choice. And the women are the same way. I agree with that. But you have to understand that there are examples. And if you are choosing not to follow examples, if you're choosing not to learn, if you're choosing not to put yourself in a place where you can learn to be a wife, because that's what they want to Bible thump us into the whole time we're growing up is we got to be wives. We got to be wives. You learn to do it.
People, but
To
that's
know
the
your
thing.
place.
Like,
You can't
I
have
don't.
both places. I'm not
It's
trying to
not that they
marry a
don't know,
transgender. You can't
because
be my
most
man and
women
my
were
woman
raised
at the
out.
same time.
Like, let's be real. Like, man, it's a lot of. I'm not finna stat down Black Parenthood like that. Like a lot of people had most people really had really a fucking amazing parents. Like most of the people that I know, you know what I mean? Or if it was a one parent, they had an amazing one parent. Or if they had two parents that didn't get along, both those parents were still amazing to them. Every
But
now and again, I
still,
got a
you have
homie
a
that didn't know they
skewed view
teachers,
when
but
you
you
have
know,
one parent,
you
and
said
you
what?
know this. You know that there's a skewed view when you have one parent. It doesn't matter the color.
Yeah, and that's cool that it's skewed and everything. But what I'm saying is to the background of it, like people know, you know what to do and to
Well,
be have a successful marriage. It's there, it's obvious, it's examples there. We could
well,
look around the world and see the examples. It's just when our women look around the world and see the examples, like, oh, that's how they have successful marriages in that race. I don't like that. Oh, that she do what? She do huh? We
well,
don't race that feel that way. It
I
ain't
can
niggas
say
Said that
like this.
this.
I'm
earlier.
like, hold on. Where you at? Hold on. You mean that nigga paying the bills? No, for his wife and kids. Niggas ain't saying that. Like niggas understand that come with the shit. But if we don't got a wife that's going on along with the duties of a wife, what the fuck am I gonna do that shit for? For what?
Well,
I'm
I can say.
And
losing.
understand the duties of a wife doesn't mean I'm cooking and cleaning.
I
That's
can
not what
say
that
this being
means.
raised.
See,
I can say this being raised by a
part of
woman.
it. It's a part of
I
it.
can
You're
say
not gonna look. You're not gonna go see, and that's why I love this culture. Is one I would love to kick it to is the Japanese culture because they still really have an honor based system. Like it's certain shit they won't do because it'll be dishonorable to their father. That shit don't exist over here. Shit, what? Dishonorable to you? Fuck him. That's it.
That's a
So
maid, not a wife. But what
it's
I'm
not a
saying
no.
is,
It's not a no. They are not amazing. No, there's some very strong
I'm
women that
saying
raise successful
cooking and
households.
cleaning is not the qualities of a wife.
It's
You
not.
gotta
It's a
cook and
part of it.
clean.
If you're not working, what the fuck are you doing? Why the
Who
fuck
ain't
can't you
fucking
do it?
working? Who
Oh,
ain't working?
it's a lot of most. I ain't
When
gonna
I stayed at home, hey, I had the privilege of staying
wait. And then
home
here's the
with both of
thing:
my kids, and
as
I
a
did
woman,
cook and clean. But if
if
I'm
you,
working, my qualifications don't equal cooking and cleaning every motherfucking day if we
but
both
here's my
working.
thing though: if you're a woman with children, I shouldn't even hear. I should never fucking hear you complain about cooking and cleaning because that's your life regardless. Because you got kids, unless you're raising some nasty bum ass kids. And yeah, I
Now,
said it.
I'm working so that I can afford to hire a fucking maid to come in and help me
Well,
clean
then you don't
because
need a man. You
Well,
don't
I
need a
say
man
this,
then.
Swab. I
the
say
fuck?
this as far as walking to the outside of the lane and stuff. I do that with any woman I'm walking with. It don't have to be my woman.
Me
We
too.
gonna have to
Me too.
wait.
Me too.
We
I'm the
gonna
same
have to
way. But
roll that tape back. Are you serious right now? You just said I don't need a motherfucking man because I want to fucking hire a fucking maid.
because if you don't want to cook and clean for your man, that's the only option is to hire a man. Yeah, because like you don't have to get which I fail
Sweetheart,
to
I went to
understand.
work to pay for that
Understand?
bitch to
Oh,
come
look
in
at
and
Miss
clean for
Aubrey.
me.
Stop
The
it.
fuck?
Stop and listen. Calm down. Calm my thing. Simmer down, Tiger.
Come on,
Stop and listen.
make it
If y'all
good.
don't understand, if y'all
You
don't
better
get it
rub my
by
foot
now,
while you lie to me or something.
cooking,
Don't just bullshit me.
cooking and cleaning is not simply about because we feel like that's what a woman is supposed to do. It's a way that you express your love and affection for me. We know that you don't have to fucking do that shit. We know that you're not obligated to fucking do that shit. But the fact that you're willing to do that for me on a continuous basis shows me how much you give a fuck
Okay,
about me.
willingness and obligation is where we're at right here. And my point is I am not
But see,
obligated.
that's the thing though. Y'all complain about the base level shit. That's the basic model with every other woman. Cooking, cleaning, yes, I got you, honey.
No,
What
no,
else?
no, 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 no,
Then we
no,
get
no.
into
That
the
is
D
not the
cups and all
basic
that.
model. Let's take that shit way back to the motherfucking Bible. When they were talking about that Psalms 33 woman, that woman had servants in her house to help her cook and clean while she helped her husband build her fucking business. She was good with the books. She woke
Right,
up before
right. But
day
that
to
Psalms
take care of her
33. Hold
household.
on,
Them
hold
other
on, hold
people
on,
were
hold on,
fucking
hold on.
cooking and cleaning.
Hold on,
The
Aubrey. But
lies you
Psalms
tell me,
33, that
don't.
Psalms 33 man, he also had more wives and mistresses. So if y'all get with the game, then yeah, that's easy to do.
It wasn't a mistress, it was a concubine. And
Whatever the hell you want to call it.
if you
Concubine,
take
mistress, same thing, different time is
it was
This
he
whole,
was able to
this
take
whole,
care of all of them.
sluts, skeezers,
And he could
saddle
take care
tramps,
of
all
all
of
of
that.
them.
Like, it's just a different lingo.
And
Miss
he could take
Rodriguez said a
care of
wife
all
is
of
a
them.
blessing, not a chore.
He could
Shit,
take
that's
care
why
of
it ain't too
all of
many.
them. And they were able, who do you think paid for their maids and their servants? He did.
Right, but I bet you he
But
had some peace though. But y'all like that's
I'm
not
gonna
y'all not
provide
woman
peace.
stuff.
I'm gonna provide peace. My only statement in that fact is yes, I damn sure do. I'm helping you take over the world. I ain't got time to fucking complain every day. When I do it, understand I'm doing it out of appreciation, not only for you, but I'm
Right.
doing it for my home. And I respect and appreciate the home that you are providing me. And even when I don't have the time or desire to do it, I'm gonna make sure it gets done. So appreciate the fact that I hired somebody to do that shit too.
I have a
Miss
question.
Arbor. Miss Arbor, can I watch your servants wash you?
You absolutely can, because he and I gonna be watching her ass too. Go ahead,
I
Mercedes.
have a question. Suave, let's say hypothetically you're married, you and your wife have kids, you and your wife both work. What are your roles as the husband in this relationship?
Hey,
So
Maria.
let me start here. Let me start this with you and preface it by this. My vision and idea about my whole marriage and set up the situation. Like if my wife wants to work, that's cool. She can, but from since I was a child, I never wanted to be in a situation where my wife had to work. So like that'll never be a need in my household. So if she wants to work to have her own money or whatever, cool, do your fucking thing. But as long as that doesn't interfere with what's going on inside this household and the raising of the children, because I'm
Because
gonna
he
go get
wants
the bag.
9 kids. Don't forget
Because I'm
that
gonna go
part,
get the bag.
Mercedes.
So like we're not worried about the bag. I'm gonna go get that. So it's not a need for you to work. Now if you want to, cool, do your thing. But these four walls come first, and if you can't get with that, I don't need you. It's just that's just what it is.
That's his requirement.
And there's somebody for that. Absolutely.
Right. Because here's the
Oh,
thing, my kids and family inside these four walls is what's most important. If you want to feel Miss Independent and feel like, hey, I can take care of myself, I can do this, I don't need to not work. Cool, baby. Hey, look, I applaud you, but you're not my type of woman. There's the door. Because I want a woman that's about family structure and building security.
Mercedes
And
is
look, if
wild.
we both out hustling all day, that's time and energy and patience that we don't have left for our children at home. So we both can't be stressed out like that. What's happening?
I completely
A
respect.
wife shouldn't be measured by her chores. Preach, Arbor. Good question, Sadie. Hey, Thomas. Suave, but a woman's love shouldn't be measured by her
It's
chores.
not. It's not
All right.
measured by
I
it.
I
That's just one
completely
part of it.
understand where Suave is coming from. Like, I'm not disagreeing with what he said. That's his preference. I don't disagree with that at all. Second question. If this type of woman you want to have is, dedicated to y'all's household, would you have her sign a prenup?
Oh wait.
Mm,
Hold on. Wait. If she's opting not to work, am I going to have her sign a prenup? Yes. Yes.
Fuck
I was
no.
gonna
This
say
is
yes,
Yes.
you
this is
are.
where this is where we
Yes.
draw the line, sir.
yeah, like you gave her a choice. I mean,
Oh,
she chose what you wanted her to choose, and
she
then you
chose what
still
you.
want to make sure she's taken care
First
of.
of all, from an economical
No, and
standpoint,
that's
you
for the
are
one.
putting her in a bad position. With
Okay,
no
and I
work
understand that.
experience,
Now check this.
whenever if y'all don't work out, she's been out of the workforce for years. She has no kind of income or experience to support herself. And you want her to sign a prenup with these kids? Ah, fuck no, I draw the line, sir. But she was doing well. That was your
Maria said,
preference.
"Wow."
Can you go
She
out my
said,
bed
"You
and
done
bring me my
lost,
water
But
bottle?
you
Now,
lost
and
you
that's
crossed your
Suave."
line.
so now, Mercedes, I hear me and know
Yeah.
that I understand
On the
your
bed.
concern. And if we was talking about anybody else other than myself, I would tell a woman to absolutely not agree to that. But this is myself, and I know who I am as an individual, and I know that if we do break up for whatever reason, and I know that that's the situation, and because I wanted that, that's the only reason why it's set up that way. I'm going to be fair and I'm going to take care of her. I don't need you to go get an attorney to try and get more than what you should get. Like you're going to be well provided for, but I'm not going to support your lifestyle for the rest
I'm
of your
busy
life.
right now.
You
Breaking
will get an
news.
upfront amount, and I have no problem with that because you need to be set for a certain time so you can find work or find a business. But even then, like I'm not gonna just give you the right to take half my shit because I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I raising kids, you ain't worth half of what I get.
Well,
I
what's
feel
kind of Miss Rodriguez said Suave put down the damn cup and breaking news. Suave is officially for the streets, ladies.
yeah, you're not getting half of what I get. You're crazy.
Y'all heard it here first.
Hey,
A.S.C.
like hold on, like what you call it said, nigga, Mike.
Like, you're not
I
gonna leave
didn't
me
see,
with
hold on,
9 kids.
But in the finals, nigga, I didn't see Jordan wife out there carrying that nigga when the flu game that he had, nigga. That was Scottie Pippen out there carrying that nigga. That motherfucker shouldn't have got all that money. What
You
are you
don't know
talking about?
what them
You
people
wasn't with me
are
shooting
behind
in the
them closed
gym.
doors.
You was not with me shooting in the gym.
She could have
Because
been.
come on, man. Especially if you were well out, if you supposed to be well
Because she
outside,
was
like
at home. Because she was at home shooting diapers in the goddamn diaper bucket,
hold on,
nigga.
you
That's what
ain't
the
at
fuck
home.
she was at home doing.
Look, if it's a
This
regular woman,
is
like
this
if you
is
got a rich
tragic.
man and y'all living regular people struggle, like y'all not living the lavish life and y'all just living regular people struggles, all right, cool. But sitting up in the mansion, I promise, it's plenty of hoes that'll do that shit for free just to be around. So like, that'll watch your little kids, that'll watch your kids and everything, and you'll hate that he got them bitches around your kids. So
Do
like,
you know that there's a scientific
stop.
report that being a mother is the equivalent to working 2 jobs?
Mhm.
Oh,
Are you
okay. And what about
serious?
being a father? Like, but being a father is just easy. Like dealing with women and kids is easy. That's probably the hardest 2 fucking things in the world to deal with. Y'all just
She
got to
said,
deal with
But
the
you
kids.
don't
We got
deal
to
with
deal with
either
y'all
one of
and the
them
kids.
full time.
Suave, Miss Rodriguez said you talking like Ike, but you won't love like Tina.
I need
I
somebody
ain't
to
talking
drop
like
off
I.
their baby. Who
You
has
ain't
a
gonna
new
never.
baby?
Hey, you ain't gonna never find a woman to say I got
Who
that.
has a new baby? I need somebody to drop off their baby with colic to his house
I'm a
and leave.
womanizer, not a woman abuser. I'm not. I don't beat women. I'm a womanizer. Man.
I
Use
said
the
a
right
baby.
terminology.
I said
As a matter of
a
fact, we
baby
all
with
gonna
colic.
drop. We all
Somebody
gonna.
drop a baby off at
No,
Suave's
Miss
house.
Arbor, Miss Arbor, you ain't making it hard enough. What we gonna do is we're gonna drop all the kids off. I think we all got enough to equal up to 9, and we're gonna drop
No.
his 9 in his lap and let him see what it feels
Because
like.
Suave is too smart for that. Because Suave is gonna have Aiden help him with the little kid. No, see, no, I need him to
You
just
gotta
have
drop
him
off
and a
all
I
the
baby.
promise I'm
kids.
No, we
delegating.
dropping
Give
off
me
all
2
the little
years,
kids.
and I might
We're not
have
dropping
one.
off no big kids. We're dropping off
No,
little kids, all the little ones under 8.
no, that's
Okay.
too old. Because my 6-year-old know how to do too much. No,
Under
they got to be
5
3 and under.
toddlers.
We gonna come back. Our kids gonna be shitty sitting on this job on this front porch.
Well, them motherfuckers got. You gonna be one. They gonna be sitting in one spot because I'm gonna tie all the motherfuckers together, so they can only move as one. They ain't going nowhere all day.
This nigga said he want a motherfucking wife, but no, with a prenup.
The
Wow,
I'm
twins,
absolutely getting a prenup because I know
this
it was.
is to marry.
the twins liked him when he came over here, but when they go to his house, they ain't gonna never want to go back.
You
It's the
crazy.
goddamn
I'm the
audacity.
kid whisperer. Like kids love me. You said
That's
Everyone
when you
says
got.
that who don't have
That's when
kids
you
full
got 1 or
time.
2, but 9 of them motherfuckers at one time. You'll find out how much they
I'm
love
telling
you.
you, on that second one, you gonna question life.
The
Just
rest.
understand.
And the
Just
third one, you gonna be ready to
I
pull the
feel
trigger.
y'all, but like I would actually the kind of
We're gonna have
individual
parents
I
day
am.
out.
I know y'all don't get to see this side of me a lot, but like I'm a big ass kid. Like I will argue with a kid for hours. I will do a yes no argument with you for an hour straight. I don't mind.
I have
Like
seen you with kids, and I know that you're gonna be great, but you don't understand
that
all
shit
the
is
shit
fun
that
for
comes
me.
with it.
I understand.
Swab,
I understand.
Swab, Miss
But that
Rodriguez is blaming it
like
on the COVID.
There's a
for me that
difference
shit.
between kids that you can send home and then when them bastards won't leave.
Yeah.
I
There
understand
is
what y'all saying, but it's I'd have been I ain't just dealt with kids for like, oh, I get you for a day and then you go back home. Like, nah, I done had some weeks and months. Like, yeah, so I understand exactly what it takes, but
Yeah,
I enjoy the extra shit.
I stopped preaching when this man said he want his housewife to sign
I
a
know.
prenup.
I know. And Miss Maria said COVID must have made his ass like this.
Hell
Like,
no,
nah, I mean, like
this was
it's
way
I've
not
had
before
this.
COVID.
COVID.
Don't blame it
I've
on
had this
COVID.
perspective. I've had this perspective like my whole life. Like I think any man that's actually worth something, like not talking about just the bum ass niggas in the hood that talk about they want a prenup. Any man that actually has built up worth for himself without the assistance of a woman prior to meeting said woman, and if she does not already come into it with equal or more, you are absolutely a fucking jackass if you don't get a prenup. Unless you get married in Texas. Like in Texas, I wouldn't mind because shit, you got to go through so many hoops to even be available for alimony and shit. Like it don't even fucking matter. And
Texas, you ain't getting no alimony in Texas.
trust me, the way I know the laws and shit, nigga, I promise you, before you eligible, if you look like a problem, your ass will be gone before
My
you get
mom gets
married.
Oh,
alimony.
tell him again, Maria. I can't wait. I hope his first child is a girl. I'm praying right now that his
It's
first
gonna
child
get
is
put
a
up
girl.
for adoption. gonna get put up for adoption.
I'm
I'm
praying
not
that his
raising any
first
girls.
child is a
Miss
girl.
Arbor's
I do
gonna
like
take
China.
it. He's
You know what
lying.
China?
Miss Arbor's
Maybe
gonna take her
China used to
away.
have. China used to have that one baby law. You can only have one baby. So if it wasn't a boy,
They still
the
have that
Chinese
law.
was sacrificing them kids. Nah, they can have two now.
Well, you don't have to sacrifice it no more. Miss Arbor's already said if you have a girl, drop her off at her house. She got you. She ain't gonna
Okay,
let
that's
you.
cool.
She ain't just gonna let you throw an ASC baby away like that.
No,
Ain't mine.
we.
She
I
said
don't
a
have girls,
daughter
so
will
I
take
need
it.
a girl. I have a little girl now. I'm just waiting for her to come home.
Why do y'all want me to go to jail? Why do y'all want me to go to prison? I don't
Because
understand
I
why y'all
need
want me to have a
you.
girl.
Because I need you to be the man that you want your daughter to date and marry.
I would be if my daughter were to meet a man like me, I would be ecstatic. To be honest, I'd be at peace.
I don't know what you did to that Chick-fil-A lemonade, but I'm gonna need you not to do it no more.
I do. Hey, my cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup.
Yeah, you need to put that
Okay,
motherfucker
Lisa.
down today.
It was before the cup.
It was definitely before that, but the cup did it.
The cup just brought it out worse.
Why y'all on my bumper like this? Like this is just a conversation, y'all.
Nah,
We
because
love you.
you showed your black, shiny, polished ass today, and it
Yeah,
was completely unacceptable.
It was not unacceptable. Hey, Rod, I
The
told
only
him
thing
I
I
was gonna have to hold it down for
appreciated
the homie. He wasn't here. I
the
ain't
only
even
thing
cut
I
y'all funky
appreciated
asses
about
out.
this show was the camaraderie between the cast today. It was quite beautiful, but you showed your narrow ass today, and I'm
Crystal
sick
says
of
she
it.
wants some of whatever you drinking, nephew.
Hey,
I'm
now
sick
listen.
of it.
I want everybody to know. Listen, these have been my standards forever, and I've had no shortage of goddamn applicants. So,
That's also
You
why you've
are
been seeing
such a
them.
dick.
and ain't nobody wanted to leave either. They love it here.
Fuck
So,
no.
But you got rid of all the answers. So with that being said, you lonely than a motherfucker.
so who's really
You want to leave.
unreasonable?
You obviously got rid of that ass in some shape, form, or fashion, and you lonely than a motherfucker, like we all are when we see.
Yeah, I pay y'all to say, man, find somebody that got rid of me. Good luck.
Your mama the only one she pushed your ass out, ain't that right?
Nah, she ain't even push me out, nigga. They had to cut me out. Fuck you talking about?
You was stubborn. You tried to stay a little while and shit.
Yeah, she said, "Come on, nigga." I said, "Nope." Fuck you talking about?
He
Crystal
said
said
it's comfortable in here. Fuck that.
When I'm good and ready.
Crystal said you pure.
When I'm
She said
ready.
you pure hell today, nephew.
What y'all talking about? I'm having fun today.
Oh, you playing?
Yeah, you been on one. Mercedes been letting you make it too, because Mercedes normally would be on your ass.
Listen, man. Listen. Like, come on, man. Look. So I'm gonna put it
That's a
to y'all
baby.
like this. I would be stupid to not want a prenup. Like, I look at myself like I'm gonna be Bill
Yes.
Gates,
If I need a refill, I'll do.
Warren Buffett level status one day. Like, so why the fuck would I
Oh
not get a prenup?
wow.
Unless I expect to be marrying Oprah Winfrey, why the fuck would I not? Now, if I
Okay.
find Oprah Winfrey, I'll proudly play my role as Stedman, but y'all don't even know how to be Stedman. So why the fuck wouldn't I get a prenup? What you talking about? Learn how to be a Stedman, and I won't get a prenup. You motherfuckers don't even know how to do that. Just
The
sit back in the
lies.
cut and shut the fuck up. We ain't
I'm
heard
good
shit
at
from
that
Stedman.
shit,
You
baby.
really
Y'all learn how to sit back in the cut like
oh,
Stedman and shut the fuck up. Yeah,
Edmund can
I won't
take
have to get a
notes from
prenup.
me.
But because I know y'all can't do that shit, and when y'all been around money that y'all didn't make for yourselves, and if it was left up to just you would have never got no millions, no fucking way. Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I get a prenup? Unless I see
nephew,
millions in you. Yeah,
nephew,
I'm getting
Crystal
a
said
prenup.
bring that bottle to the house.
Hey, which
That's
one you want? I
okay.
got plenty of them. What's your flavor?
Whatever you drinking right
I'm
now.
gonna have not only the Stedman effect, but I'm gonna bring my table to your table. So
If you
I'm
can
not
do
worried
that, then
about
look,
that.
it's a different conversation. If you're that type of individual, like you coming with some shit too to match my shit, hey, well, it's a different conversation because we on equal footing. But
But
if we
here's the
ain't on
thing.
equal footing, girl, kiss my black ass.
But
Get
here's
your
the
muscle
thing.
on. Fuck
That's
you
a part
talking
of
about?
dating for me, though. That's a part of dating for me. If we can't go into business and if we can't be business partners and best friends during the dating phase, we ain't gonna have to worry about getting to the
Like, wait,
fucking
now y'all
prenup
really just
part.
hold on. Let me tell y'all this illogical ass shit y'all just said. Like, I'm really supposed to not get a prenuptial agreement with a poor person and I'm rich. What the fuck?
I
What kind of
didn't say
stupid
that.
person am I?
I'm for prenups.
Can I
I'm
ask you a
saying
question? Can I ask you a
Before we
No,
question?
make it
motherfucker,
to
she
the
ain't
prenup
working.
section,
Hold on,
I
Can
nigga.
I
want to
ask
know
you a
if I
question?
can have
Why
business
you
with
ain't
you
married?
anyway.
Hold on, Thomas. Hold on, Thomas. I don't give a fuck that she was working, nigga. That little $12 an hour DSS job ain't shit. Nigga, you can go get that shit at McDonald's now, nigga. I'm
Why
telling
are
you
you
They're
now.
paying
paying $15
$15
Oh,
an
at
hour?
McDonald's.
this
I
check
asked
for
you a
goddamn
question.
20 years.
Why are
This shit
you
gonna be
dating? Why are
$80,000
you
for
dating
20
$12
years,
an
man.
hour
Shut the
ass
fuck up.
women?
Huh?
Why are you dating $12 an
Right?
hour ass women?
Look, because it's not about the finances for me. It's about the individual. It's the mindset that's gonna raise you. So I mean, if you got hustle, cool. But if you don't, like, if you're the right type of individual, you don't have to. I got it. Because I got enough.
Wait
I
a
don't
minute.
have to.
Now
You just
you
gotta be the
gotta
right kind
applaud
of
that.
person.
You gotta applaud that because that right there is not a Kevin Samuels special. Thank the fucking Lord.
I love Kevin Samuels.
I know y'all
I do
do.
too. That's my
All
nigga.
right.
I
I
fuck
know
with him.
y'all do, but that's one of his high value, you got to be this, that, and the other. And I keep saying you have to
But
look
not
at it in perspective. You don't have to be the best looking, the most financially stable, all of this. If you know how to fucking take care of that man, he don't give a shit about none of that.
none of that shit.
I know how to be a man's piece and all that good shit, and I have my own shit, so I walk around this motherfucker comfortably.
I
And
know.
but that's what makes you out of the fucking league for a lot of people because
Boy, that's
you
the whole
aren't.
problem. These niggas be intimidated as the fuck, and I'm cool as hell.
That's because you
You really
fight. I
is.
think
I
it's because
don't
you
get
fight
that shit.
niggas, though. I think it's because you
But
fight niggas.
that's
Yeah.
because you know how when you shopping and you might want to look at the Mercedes, but you can't afford it, so you
I
really
really
don't go in there and be talking to. They don't wait for that. They're afraid of the rejection and they're afraid of the responsibility. So that's why you don't. They could.
like I was telling my hairstylist earlier. Funny story. Okay, I'm at Jack in the
Hey,
Box.
lady, you didn't introduce us.
Hey.
What's
Yeah,
happening?
she was laughing at you, Suave, like this
I
whole
bet she
time.
would. Look, please don't think nothing bad about me. This for entertainment purposes,
Oh,
man.
she,
No,
yeah.
she gonna tell all our homegirls to stay the fuck away from you.
Well,
I'm a good person. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I'm a good person.
You a good person. You just got some fucked up standards.
I got some
Suave.
realistic standards, man. Huh?
Anywho, back to my funny story. We'll get to that in just a second. I was at Jack in the Box and I pull up. Listen, I wanted 6 egg rolls. That's my shit. I love egg rolls from Jack in the Box. Like I pull up to the window. Oh, I'm sorry, man. We're all out of egg rolls. I was like, oh my God, no egg rolls. I was mortified. My whole world ended. But I said,
You
okay.
did. You text us too.
I did. I was mortified. I said, all right, cool. I'm just get the ultimate cheeseburger and 4 tacos. The point is, I had 2 choices. I could have went to the Jack in the Box down the street and got me some egg rolls that will require more effort or find something else to get. But life went on. I didn't die. Rejection didn't kill me. That's how men need to approach dating. Either find you somebody else or put in the extra effort to get what you want.
Amen.
That's big facts. Big facts.
Damn,
Wait, so what was
Mercedes.
so wrong with me with saying I will excuse the young lady if she not with the program?
No, see,
What was so
I
wrong with
let my
that?
hairstylist sit here and listen to you, and she was sitting here shaking her head and praying for you.
Hold on, let her speak her piece. Don't speak for her. She right there. Speak your piece,
Okay.
woman. Hey, Miss Lady, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We all right, we all right. So what you got to say? What you think about the topic today? And well, I guess
No,
my
no, what
thoughts
you
on the
I
know,
topic.
it
mean,
ain't
you
about the
said
topic. It's
so
about what
much.
Swab
My
said.
mind is
Hang on. I can't hear.
point.
You said do
There is
what?
so much being said. I have so many different thoughts. I don't even know where to begin.
Start with his bullshit of wanting a prenup but wanting a house slave with
I don't
9
want no
kids.
house slave. I don't want no house slave. What are you
My
talking about?
nigga, you said you wanted a house slave with
I
9
said the
kids.
lady
Fuck
can
you.
work if she wants to, but it won't be
Time
a
out.
necessity. She can
Time
work
out.
if she wants
We'll
to.
let that
Just as
lady
long as it
speak
doesn't
on that.
interfere with the raising of the children. That's my only thing. If your
But
job at any
Swab,
point begins to negatively
Swab,
affect the raising of
Swab,
the children, that's when it's a
Swab.
problem.
We're trying to
Are
get
your
the
kids allowed to go to daycare?
time
Hell
out.
yeah.
Time out, Miss Harper. We're trying
I,
to get the
I prefer they
hairdresser.
do. They
Time
need
out. We're
that
trying
social interaction.
Swab. Hold up. I want to hear the hairdresser's opinion on your house attendant.
Her name is Angel, by the way.
Hi, Angel.
Angel,
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Hi,
Angel. Your
Angel.
name is
How you doing,
Suave.
Angel?
Suave. The
Yeah.
thing is, raising human beings in the world is just as much as having like a job. I don't know what you do, but if you're gonna raise children, that's so much responsibility mentally, financially, physically, socially. There's so many different dynamics to it, and it's like you lowered the bar of what that really means.
I didn't lower the bar of what. So I think you guys are kind of misunderstanding or assuming that my intentions are one thing. But like I said, I'm going to make sure if we were to get divorced, I'm going to make sure that she's taken care of. She will
But
receive.
how can she bank on that though? What insurance does she have? You have total insurance. Where's her insurance?
I have her insurance should be knowing the character of the man that she married and decided to have children with. If you don't, anybody that really knows me knows what my character exists of, and they really don't question my word on things. When I really truly give my word on something, it just is what it is.
Then there should be no divorce.
Nah, because just because my word is what it is, don't mean that I fuck with you forever. Like if you do some,
but that's your word.
You cross the line. You said what?
That's your word. If you get married, if you say I do, that means forever. Until death do you part is the vow.
Because you're not gonna dog me fuck out forever. You got me fucked up. You're not gonna dog
for better or for worse.
You is not gonna dog me out forever, nigga.
It says for better or for worse.
Until death do you part.
For better or for worse.
I'm gonna go into the Gucci store and I'm gonna try that. I'm a good person. My character speaks volumes. But give me this $3,000 bag. I'll pay y'all later.
For better
or once you build up good enough credit, you can walk in the Gucci store and do that. Once you build up good enough credit, it's people in the world that can walk in the Gucci store and they got credit like that.
Just so that way you know,
it's people like that.
You know, Suave, every person that's done lied and conned somebody, told somebody to judge them off their character.
That's smooth, but here's the thing. There are carbon copies and they're original. So yeah, when people believe that, they're believing a carbon copy. When you tell a lie, you're impersonating someone else. There's someone else that exists that's actually that way that you're impersonating. There are people that you in this world that you know that if y'all don't know any people that y'all can just take them at their word no matter what it is. I'm sorry that y'all don't know any individuals like that. You can meet some, they're amazing people to have. I got a bunch of people in my life that I know I could bet my life on their word.
Well, I can tell you at 48 years, I've lived a long time. I've never met a man in my life that made a promise like that to a woman in a divorce, and when it goes bad, they kept that promise to that woman.
I know 3 that I can introduce you to. I know 3 that I can introduce you to.
It's like what you said earlier.
Like,
you can say anything. You never know what's going on up here.
I can let you hear what their wife got to say because they still really good friends with their wives. Like,
same token, she should
everything doesn't have to be ugly. Like every situation doesn't have to be ugly. There are some situations when it calls for it to be ugly, but like every situation doesn't have to be ugly. Like if we being real, like I have a good relationship with.
Take her word for it. She's not going to take your money. Then you don't need a prenup.
Oh, I'll be stupid if I took a woman's word.
So she would be stupid to trust you. Then it goes both ways, right?
Now women ain't raised on the same standards about your word as men are. Women are taught that your word is your bond. Like there's no saying like no. Men have sayings about your word. Like all you as a man, all you have in this world
as
is
if women are told to. If women are taught the same thing, do they all? No.
Women are taught how to lie
men
from
uphold
birth.
their word as their bond.
Women are taught how to lie from birth in America.
And men aren't.
Women are taught how to lie from birth in America.
All right.
And men aren't?
No, them niggas learn how from women. All the good niggas that lie, nigga, all the good lies I learned from women. Nigga, all the game I learned from women.
So you
all the players that I know, all the player niggas, all the pimps out here gonna tell you, nigga, they got their game from women.
But
okay.
What they tell you about women?
For the future, Mrs. Suave, make sure you got your own fucking bag and you when you sign that prenup, don't fall for the okie doke. Have your bag ready.
That shit and add a loophole, bitch.
You ain't gonna find a man, woman, or child on this world that say I owe him a dime. I don't play when it comes to money. That shit real life shit. I don't play with people money. I don't play with people when it comes to money because I know what I do to you behind my money. So I'm gonna play with somebody about their money.
Man, when I worked on processing divorces, I've seen more men come after women for they half.
I'm not that. I don't.
Hold on.
I don't need that. And as they should. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. If you got if I marry Oprah and I divorce Oprah, yes, I'm trying to get half. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
See? Okay, Stedman, stay in Stedman's place.
Yeah, until Stedman ain't got divorced yet, so we don't know what he'll do then.
Stedman ain't got married.
If he
Stedman ain't got
right,
married.
because Oprah
He
know,
never got
because she
married.
know, nigga. Because she know. But y'all will say, hell no, ladies, don't let no man drag you along for 20 years and not marry you. He
But
ain't
watch
put a
this
ring
though.
on
But
it in
let me
20
ask y'all. But let
years.
me ask.
Well, look
But
what
with that being
Stedman
said,
doing.
but hold up. With that being said, Stedman has no promises if she was to die tomorrow. Really, does it? I mean, unless she has it in place already.
Hey,
Like,
nigga,
so Stedman,
the promise, hold
Stedman
on,
getting
nigga.
fucked in the deal.
I
The
am not
promise,
gonna be in
hold
your
on,
will
Thomas,
as
Thomas,
anybody's little friend.
Thomas,
Fuck that shit.
hold on, my nigga.
That's what I'm
You know what the
talking about.
promise is? You know what the promise is, Thomas? You got to live like a fucking billionaire for the last 20 years. Nigga, be fucking grateful. You could have been living like a bum on welfare.
Yeah, when she died, you back to being a bum on
That's what
welfare.
happy. Nah, cause that's what happy
Fucking
she
shit.
would be
I gotta
is
go
a
get
single
my
mother
food.
of 3 kids living on welfare. So like, be happy. Yeah, you got to live like a billionaire.
Man,
Yeah, I'll be quiet. You let me
he
live
ain't
like a
got a
billionaire.
man.
I promise I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Oprah, you can do
She
what the
worth
fuck
$1
you feel
billion.
like.
He ain't the kind of man. He been eating her booty for 20 years, and you mean tell me he ain't get nothing? Fuck that.
Man, that man is sick.
You hear me? That nigga
That
said,
nigga,
"Yeah,
the
I
nigga
wish
sick.
I got that so smooth. Y'all better take
You
notes. Stand me, nigga.
you ain't gotta be married to a motherfucker to goddamn benefit from their ass. That ain't the only way. First of all, if you up under a motherfucker get money like that and you don't learn how to get money and get yourself established while you there, that's your fault if you left with shit. See, a lot of people get around good minded and hustling ass people and all they want to do is just benefit off of them as far as getting spoiled and getting allowances and getting bought bags or get bought cars and shit. Now you need to be learning while you up under somebody like that. Learn how to get motherfucking money. You ain't gotta be married. You ain't gotta be, I'ma marry him, so if you do that, I can get something. No, you waiting too long. You should be getting something now, which is a fucking education.
You'd have been around all these billionaires for 20 million for 20 years. You ain't picked up shit. You'd have
You
been
ain't picked
around
up
all
shit.
these rich folks. You ain't
Y'all
picked up
think,
nothing. That's your
first of
fault.
all, let's keep it 100. Like, Stedman ain't laying around open motherfucking ass because she got a Serena Williams booty.
What you mean? Because she a hustler.
Facts.
Shit, that man smart. He's great.
Now she
He
got
lives
Sealy booty.
that nigga got his own house outside of her house. That nigga sleep in the same goddamn house.
Can't argue with that.
My nigga Stedman living the life. I don't care
He
what nobody talking about. Stedman the man in my
So
book.
you saying Suave? So what you saying is, if a woman gets
So
what you
what
get,
side
you
of the
live a life.
street does Stedman let Oprah walk on?
Whatever side she fucking want to. She.
Fact.
But you just
Fuck you
said
talking
early
about.
in the group chat that can't no woman put no man on, but now you praising Stedman. So which is it? What side are you on?
What you mean? Y'all, these motherfuckers ain't Oprah. These motherfuckers is not Oprah. They ain't even a
But
piece of Oprah. Fuck
Oh
is you
my
talking about?
God. Just the contradictions. Lord Jesus, deliver this
Hey
man.
y'all.
Contradiction.
Hey y'all.
Hold
listen,
on, hold on. When we talking about $1 billion, shit get a little different. Shit change. Nigga, you start letting little shit slide.
but
Fuck you talking about, nigga? But what?
I am
but
coming
if
over.
you
I will be at your house in
What?
30 minutes. I need some lemonade. I don't know what the fuck you got in there, but I want some fucking lemonade.
Rock,
That nigga
Rock,
sipping
that
but,
on
nigga
gas.
but if
representing
you got
Hold on,
City,
but look,
no. Not 1 million, not 2 million, not even 100 millions. You know, that's 101 millions. Because you know,
but,
1 million is black.
but
So
hold
that's
on though,
hundred
Suave.
one millions. Oh,
Peep
you
this
talking
shit
about,
though.
hold on. So you mean she got 999,999, or then 1 millions? And another one?
Somebody
Shit,
need
nigga,
to
I'm
take
telling
a
you, fuck up.
nap. Give him a titty and a nap because he tired.
Nigga, what? I'm a,
Oh my god, he
He
is
like that
on
2-year-old
today.
kid at the
I
picnic that's
love
fighting to
it.
sleep.
what?
Who's to say?
He missed
Who's
his.
to say?
Did you say he
Who's
missed
to
his
say?
nap?
He missed his nap. He need a titty and a nap right now.
Who's
Now,
to
I got
say?
to go fighting tomorrow, y'all, so I'm
but he
excited.
do need a titty though. He do need a titty. He might not need a nap, but he need a
Listen,
titty.
in about 20 minutes, that nigga finna be passed out drunk. That liquor is at its peak right now. It's at
Now
its
I'm finna go
peak.
to the grocery store. I got some grocery shopping to do.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Fucked up grocery trip.
listen though, who's to say that that Stedman ain't on his shit?
He
How do
better
we
be.
know? How do we know that Oprah even put him on anything?
I hate
She
you
didn't
niggas.
get,
Any other day, I want to add in y'all stories and then take away y'all fucking stories when it's ever
I didn't
convenient for
add
y'all's
shit.
point.
And that's why I hate you women, because you can't even let me fucking make a point without
I hate your
interrupting me,
beard.
changing the
I was
narrative.
waiting on that
Shut
shit.
the fuck up. And let me finish saying what the fuck I got to say.
Who you
Welcome
God
back,
talking
damn it.
Swap.
to?
You want to check it?
Shit. Y'all so disrespectful.
Your
And
mama.
I hope she motherfucking pull your goddamn edges out.
Hey, Rock, I was telling them earlier. It's only our women that's like this. Fool, Asian women don't be doing that shit.
God
And Mexican
damn.
women don't be doing that shit.
Shit.
And
Y'all
they
men
wonder why
need
they
to
get a
be
different
men and
result.
shit. Y'all need to step up and be men. All right, baby, I'm finna do this. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I don't want you to do that shit.
I
Can
didn't
I
even
be
say
a
shut
man?
up.
You want to check it and see?
You might as well. You won't let me talk. You might as well tell me to shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Oh God, Lee, so sensitive today.
It ain't about being
Thank you,
so
babe.
now
You're
because I'm
welcome.
telling you
Love
you're
you.
being disrespectful by not letting me talk. I'm being sensitive. I ain't being sensitive. I'm dropping my motherfucking nut, nigga.
That's what
Cause
she
hey, so Rock, I'm telling these motherfuckers earlier. That's why I don't take women if they work, cause they not raised the same way we is. Cause as a nigga, if I keep disrespecting you by interrupting you, you gonna be prone to smack the shit out of me, ain't you?
No, facts.
is.
So, but we can't smack the shit out of y'all because that's women beat. That's wrong.
Crystal, that's what I'm saying. They got some shit today.
Crystal said she needs some of what Rock been drinking too.
Nah, I don't drink no more. I'm sober minded. Cause if I was drinking, hey, what's up? Hey, that's my nigga Dirt Stone. That's my brother. That's my other brother. That's not my real brother, but he couldn't be no real.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dirk, man, you know that's my boy right there. He
yeah,
cool.
let him hang. I'm just letting him hang. But listen, what I was saying, see now she made me forget my train of thought. That's what she meant to do. That's what y'all do and shit. Y'all distract and y'all deflect to
Mm.
avoid hearing any bit of some shit that makes sense coming out of niggas' mouth. You will make a nigga think he crazy, blind and dumb before you let a nigga say some real motherfucking shit that you gotta say, you know what? He right. Before you say, you know what? He right. You gonna confuse the fuck out of nigga and make a nigga say, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't even want to talk no more.
This nigga preaching. This nigga preaching. You preach, y'all.
Shit. Yeah, I'm just saying, Paul, and they wonder why they dealing with these fuck niggas in this bullshit out here, man. Y'all got niggas fucked up. Everything wrong with these niggas is y'all.
That's what I've been saying the whole show. The
Niggas don't
whole
know how
show.
to be men no more because y'all confuse the fuck out of them on what a man's supposed to be. I know what my daddy taught me, but now when I step to this motherfucking woman, she got me feeling so fucked up for doing what my daddy taught me. What I know to be right.
But this woman ain't had no daddy, but she
I
want
ain't
to tell
had
you.
nothing first dad, but want to tell me why I ain't shit.
I can't argue with that. She ain't never even got close enough to smell shit, but she want to tell you ain't that.
Man, listen, who's to say? So y'all really not giving Oprah the credit that she motherfucking deserves.
Oh
Y'all
God.
talking about she put Stedman on. How the fuck y'all know she didn't get Stedman and he was about his shit? Y'all just think she got a bum ass nigga living in the back. How you know Stedman ain't on his shit? Just because he don't need to be in the forefront? Just because he got a woman that he can uplift and he can stand behind proudly, quietly in the back? How you know he ain't on his shit when she met him? You just think she just chose a bum ass nigga.
But she don't give a
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say?
You don't never listen and I ain't motherfucking repeat myself today.
yeah,
I
cool.
would give a fuck what you did or didn't do, nigga. I just asked the question.
So what I answered it. You
You
just
should have
dismissed
been
it
listening.
again.
That's the
Watch it
problem.
on the
Y'all don't know how
replay.
to listen.
Watch it on the
Listening
replay.
comprehension.
Catch it
Listen
on
and
the
understand, and then
catch it
apply.
on the replay.
I ain't watching shit.
It's all right. Y'all ain't got to rewatch it because that clip, my nigga was preaching. I'm gonna go cut that clip and repost it.
Post it. I ain't even got Facebook. I wouldn't give a damn.
Fuck you mean? I'll send it to the group chat, nigga.
I ain't
Fuck
gonna
you
watch
mean?
it. I ain't
Send it
gonna
right to
watch
your
it.
inbox. Fuck you mean?
Shit.
I have deleted. The fuck?
These goofy motherfuckers. So let me tell you some more goofy shit I experienced this week, man. Since I'm talking shit. I
Hey,
go
pop
down
your
here,
shit, guys.
man. I go down here, shit, bro. My brother on his motherfucking deathbed. I get down here, his baby mama goddamn won't even let his daughter stay at the hospital where he died at because she mad about some shit that happened when goddamn years ago. But they talk about these daddies and these fathers and how they ain't stepping up, but they don't want to talk about how they give a nigga hell just to be a motherfucking father. You got to pay to be a fucking father, bro.
As a black man,
Your value as a father is only goes as far as your goddamn pocketbook. And these motherfucking bitches want to sit out here like they some stand-up ass bitches.
I'm with you on that, nigga.
No, man, what kind of shit is that, man?
That's the shit. We was on when we was off the call earlier. I was talking about, and I was telling Arbor and CC, like we gotta understand, like in every other race, a man is allowed to be just who the fuck ever he is. So if you are a guy who will never be ball your fist up in your life, never have a fight, couldn't defend your woman if your life depended on it, that's okay. You can be that man and be happy and have a successful life, and be married, have children, all that, and never feel a certain type of way about that. As a black man, for any of the women that you're gonna actually want, if you want to date black women, that is not so. You have to be you have to be one of the various stereotypes, but you can't just be a regular human being.
You got to be all of the swab. You got to be a gangster. You got to be a preacher. You got to be a rich nigga. You got to be
player than a motherfucker.
You got to be a player. You got to be a square. You got to have all the fucking qualities.
Got to be a dope boy, be romantic. You got to be all that shit.
And wonder why motherfuckers is confused and fucked up.
Corny.
It's not corny because the regular good ass men that I know are not the stereotypical black men, and black women do not fuck with none of them.
Nah.
None of my homeboys that's like that get bitches like I get bitches. Excuse my language. After college, niggas was virgins to damn near college.
Everybody go to Walmart for low prices.
And I had fucked over 50 hoes by the time they first got their first one. And I started, and I'm saying this because I started out like them. Like on some nice guy shit, wanting to treat women a certain kind of way. Nigga, I wouldn't get no bitches.
All right.
Unless you pay them.
Let's be real, nigga. Unless you paying for pussy. Let's be real, nigga. Because most tricks is nice guys, if we being real about it. Most of the tricks I know are nice fucking guys.
Let me tell you something.
Damn, Dirk, you said it like that?
Hey, real deal.
Dirk say all they bring to the table is coochie.
And unstable baby daddies.
Damn.
And unstable baby daddies.
Goddamn bombs.
Hey, y'all. Real. Hold up 1 second. We are there.
Stop sucking with bum ass bitches.
I'll say this. We started talking about this subject 2 days ago. Me and Swab talking. I will say there's a difference. There is a difference. After listening to Swab and listening to everything today, I think the difference is the pile of shit that's piled up against black men, and that's the reason why we don't move the way y'all think we should move. I mean, honestly, I heard it from a couple of gentlemen, not just Suave, not just Rock, not just, I've heard it from a few men. No women, let me say this, the men that I'm speaking of, these women are not giving them the peace that they need. And with that being said, you're probably not going to get him to act a certain way at home, take care of bills, and be the proper man that he needs to be in his house. He's not going to be any of those things without you standing behind him. Now, I'm not blaming it on the women because at the end of the day, it's still his choice. It's his choice to do what he wants to do, whether or not he wants to be the man in his house, take care of his kids, and do all the things that y'all feel like he's supposed to do, the things that he feels like.
Can I say something real quick, bro?
Thomas, let Rock say what he got to say real quick, Kim.
What you say, Rock?
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
The only reason why I hate this topic, bro, is because we all gonna sit here, black women, black men, everybody sit here and we acknowledge the fact that black men already start out at a disadvantage in life. From the time they leave the pussy, they already at a disadvantage. And if you know that shit as a black man and a black woman, why the fuck would we sit here and compare the situation like we ought to even goddamn playing field?
I don't mind this comparison, Rock, only for the simple reason of the only difference here is the way that the women treat the men. And that's the only difference I see is the way black women treat black men as opposed to the way women treat men in every other race that have successful marriages.
Right. But see, why I'm saying this is because we always get to this point where you talk about how the black women treat black men compared to other races treat black men, right? Because we'll all acknowledge this shit. It's the difference. As a black man, you know it's a difference. Right?
Black women know the difference. Right. When black women hear the difference, Rock, they be like, oh, that what they do what in their relationship culture? Oh, hell no, them women stupid. No, they got a high rate of marriage, and their kids live long lives and have good education and are grow up to be good, upstanding people. Most times, unless you just got a, the one-off situation where shit happens. Everyone can't be as successful.
We agreed the last show that black women really winning right now. Right?
Winning.
So if black women are winning, then across the board, women are winning. Women are winning across the fucking board.
They have their way.
Right? So they pretty much are playing on a level playing field. And not necessarily, if it's not level, they 1-2 steps behind. But the gap between the white man and the black man is far. It's huge. So we're not starting off close. We're not starting off. It's a huge gap. So the way we're able to go through life and maneuver through life is not the same as walk as a white man. That's why I say I don't like the comparison when we get reference to white men and black men.
Well, I think we bring it up so that way we can bring up the issues that's different in our cultures, because whenever everybody stood up there and said, I don't think that I do know. I think that my white friends, and I'll be honest, I said it to Miss Arbor, and I said it. I think I said it to Swab. I think again, I want y'all to understand. Most white men that date black women, they are going to be a little nicer to, especially if you have black father or a black brother around you. Most of them are not fixing to pop off and call you no bitch and no hoe, knowing goddamn well that your big black brother is on his way over there to kick his ass. I need y'all to understand it. So there is going to be a difference in treatment when you go that way. I mean, I'm not saying that it's in case in all white boys. Some white boys have a little bit of balls, but I'm just being honest. In most cases, it's just like that. I mean, so I've never known a white boy that just go out of hand with a black girl and she got brothers and daddies that's behind her. He just don't do it. He makes sure
you get one of the redneck white boys. The rednecks don't give a fuck.
But hold on. Is you talking about white boys from the hood, or is you talking about like these predominant white men?
No, I'm not talking about. Again, when we talk about any white boy from the hood, he's not a white boy. He really is a nigga. Because at the end of the day, he was raised with us. That nigga kicked it with us, and that's our nigga. Period. Point blank. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the
white boy.
We talking about white boy.
That's a white boy. Because
he's probably gonna slap the shit out that bitch too. Excuse my language, but that's how he is.
That's a white boy. You know why? I wouldn't give a damn if a white nigga was born in the hood or not. You know why? Because if shit ever hit the fan and they start breaking out them goddamn chains and shit, that white motherfucker that was raised in the hood, he gonna forget all about you and the rest of you hood motherfuckers, and he gonna tighten them chains around your motherfucking ankles and go on with his people.
Yeah, I believe that too. In some cases. But I got one white boy that I know that nigga ain't turning on nobody, and they don't fuck with white boys.
Shit. That nigga get one crack of that whip across his ass, Thomas. Watch how fast you turn into a nigga, and he ain't got to deal with this shit.
No, he pretty much labeled as a nigga himself.
But let me tell you something. If a nigga crack me with a whip, I'ma put them chains on your ass.
You gonna take me up, Rock?
Hey man, listen. I seen Roots about 30 times. No, but real shit though. I don't trust him. Hey, let me tell you something. I trust him as far as I can see him.
Miss Arbor, what did Dirk say?
I don't know. Who's got the air in the background?
I got you, Dirk. Hold on. I'll read this one, Arbor. You can take a break. My statement was for the ratchets only. I want a certain type and only bringing coochie. It's queens out here just as well as kings. You feel me? The nigga say it's queens and kings out this motherfucker. But those types are the ones that is trained to look over. Forgive me. I say fuck that shit, Dirk. Don't backtrack. Fuck that shit. Cause it's some bitches that ain't ratchet that just bringing straight coochie. That's all they got to offer. They ain't got to be ratchet. It's some upscale only coochie bringers. I know quite a few of them. If you like me to introduce you, sir.
That's because
Wait a minute,
we
Suave.
train these women.
It's the
to
coochie. It's not the cooch no more. It's the coochie.
Yeah,
It's the coochie.
Yeah, you got to put the A on it.
Oh
That's right.
shit! I checked with y'all.
If you train the motherfuckers to think they the goddamn prize and shit, bro, that's all they got to bring.
Who's that?
That's Sierra.
Oh, okay.
Man,
Lord
so,
Jesus.
I mean, we heard from some people that definitely had that. Oh, again, I'm talking. Can you read? Because there was another one that I wanted them that you read. That I think the lady can you read her statement, because to me, I feel exactly how she felt. It's really no.
I can't hear you. You need to fix your phone.
It's the comment. It's the comment that's it's the written in comment, not the recording.
Okay, there's
All right, Thomas, mute your phone while she read it because this is really creating a lot of background noise.
what you sent me says most whites have stronger work value in place than blacks, but every man has a choice. My white ex cared more about money, stability, more so than having his family. I'm saying race doesn't make a difference. It's just a sign of growth for any person, and it's still a choice.
Hell no. Fuck no. Hell no. What kind of bullshit was that? Nigga, the white boys don't care more about money. They just got better access to certain fucking resources. That's it. Niggas is goddamn sell their mama for some money. So, like, nigga, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
But I think that's what she's saying is they have the better resources. Honestly, I mean they do. Barbara's always said that too. They come from resources. They have.
But resources, again, after a certain age, resources are a choice. And this is where I take it back to socialization and our culture. We get mad at each other when we start playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
When I play the game of the good wife, I get shit on from black people because I'm selling out and acting like them white girls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? They like my white black ass if that's the fucking case. I ain't never had a man leave me. How about that? I ain't never had one that called me out my name. I ain't never had one to fucking cheat and let me find out. So in my happy little motherfucking world, that wasn't a fucking issue. But that didn't matter the color. That had nothing to do with the color. I'm saying my black husband had the same opportunities as my white husband if he chose to go after him.
Dirk, I would say we hustle harder. I ain't gonna say we all work harder because all black people don't work. But they do a lot.
Not all white people have it handed to them. My ex-husband did not have shit handed to him. He was the black sheep of the family because he dated the black girls. They didn't give him shit.
It ain't even about you
because he was who he was. He had different doors that automatically were open to him.
Then that's having shit handed to you. Yeah.
Now, as a black man, because I was the first black woman that my black husband ever dated. He dated all white women prior, like we were having a black experience together because neither one of us dated nobody black. But he had doors open to him because of how he acted and because of the game that he fucking played. He had access to those same fucking doors as if he choose to have them. You can work for it. You just got to do a little bit more work, and you ain't got to give a fuck about what no other black people got to say about you selling out this, that, and the other. Fuck them. Learn the fucking game and play the fucking game to win. That way your kids are set up. It's a choice. You just got to work a little bit harder, and we already know that. We had to work harder anyway. You might as well fucking win. You gonna work hard either way.
I agree with that. Miss Mercedes, do you have any final thoughts?
Huh?
Do you have any final thoughts?
I ain't got nothing.
Sorry, that was not laughing at you, Mercedes. I'm about to send this to the group.
Mercedes, they done fucked up your whole day on that shit. Huh?
I ain't got nothing. It's too much dick riding going on. I'ma let them have it. They right, they won. This shit is beyond me.
Oh, Tink Tink. Oh, little Tink Tink ain't got nothing to say today. Oh, oh, look at
Okay,
her.
read Dirk's other comment.
Eeyore, what's wrong, Eeyore? Say, hey, boo. Hey, Winnie.
Rob, read Dirk's other comment.
My nigga look like Eeyore right now. What? Okay. See where I'm from, and did you have to spell I like that, Dirk? Did you have to do that? I'm from Mississippi. We had to get everything out the mud, man. The white man was always the boss. Yeah, man, this shit definitely off the land, bro. But at this point in time, in 2021, bro, we can't even talk financial oppression anymore. Like that shit not is non-existent, bro. The internet is the white card for everybody. Like nigga, most millionaires is created on the internet nowadays. Like we got social media, we got YouTube, we got so much different shit avenues that we can exploit. Amazon, all that shit. Like there is no oppression. If you ain't got no money, it's because you don't want it bad enough, nigga. It used to be a million ways to get money. It's like 3 billion ways to get money now. Like, nigga, it's crazy. It's never been a time like this. So if you ain't got no money, it's because you don't really want no fucking money. Like that's how I honestly feel. Cause like it's little fucking kids that's millionaires because they review toys on fucking YouTube. So
Yep.
like if that's possible for little kids, like nigga, what are you doing with your life?
Hey, let
Anybody
me
can do
say this. Let me say this in regards to that right there. As a parent, if you don't already have something going for your kids, it's your own motherfucking fault. Because I can show you myself. My 6-year-old has a business in his name, and you can go to Amazon right now and look up his ass, and he's got fucking books for sale, and he don't fucking know how to write good. It's a choice.
Yep.
Learn to play the motherfucking game.
But we
I'm
all
not
but
gonna
we
let
want to
my
blame
kids.
black men for everything. Like it's
I
our
didn't
fault.
have a
Like
black man that taught me how to do any of this. I don't have a black man that paid for any of this. I did it my own goddamn self because I'm not gonna let my kids start out with nothing. I'm not handing down clothes and fucking shoes. I'm handing down deeds and titles in this bitch. But that's my choice. And I'm going to hustle and I'm gonna play the game so that I can get it done. Now what I am gonna do is make sure that whoever I let in my life can do one up. I need you to do better than me, or at least be on the same fucking. No, fuck that. We ain't on the same fucking level. I need you to be better than me because I need my son to see a man, be a man, and do better than me.
But it's definitely different than when I grew up. Like I said, back in those times, it was different. It was harder to find income. But nowadays, the internet is the easiest way to make money nowadays. So again, we talked about the differences today, and I hope we brought a little light to them. Like I said, I don't think there's no difference. I don't think that a white man takes his job more serious than a black
Your phone
man.
sounds like shit.
My phone sounds like shit because I hit my finger over it. I'm sorry, but I don't think a white guy takes. I don't think a white guy takes his more serious than a black guy. I honestly think a black guy probably takes it just as serious, at least when he says it. I do. After he says I do, what happens from those days preceding that can always change the perspective of what's going on in your marriage, and it can also tell you how serious he takes it. But I don't think there's no different. I think we all go into it with the same intention of
I
trying to
think
make it.
I agree with you. We all go into it with the same intentions, but I still am always going to hold on to that cultural and societal standard because white men also don't have problems going to counseling.
That's true too. Yeah, we do have problems going to counseling. We definitely, But you have to understand, there's so much that's been put against us, and we don't. I don't know. I'm different. My counseling is out now. I talk to you about everything. So
Yeah, but you had to get to a point where you could. This isn't something that even you would always have done in the past. And it takes going through some shit sometimes for you to get there. And I feel like just like with most of the stuff that's happened in Caucasian America, Black America eventually gets there. It just takes them some more time. And I think once you go through some shit, once you've decided that you're tired of living that same bullshit life that you see all the other crabs in a barrel living, you start doing something different. So I can't say that they don't have the same intensity about a relationship. I think that the way that they go about it has to evolve.
definitely, I agree with that. Hey, y'all, man, we thank y'all for hanging with us for the last 2 hours. We definitely will be back on Friday to kick our shit. But until then, we out.
You ain't shit, your dog ain't shit, you got a cute nephew, but his uncle a bitch. Whoop whoop, somebody call the whole police. And your granny ain't shit, makes you rest in peace, cause you done pissed off a petty bitch. A petty bitch, well I hope you fucking ready, bitch. Get ready, bitch, I'ma hack your computer, I'ma egg your house. I don't do cardio, but I'ma run my mouth. I'ma hide in your bushes so you scared to come out. Let everybody know that you use me for clout, cause there's a whole lot of miles on that Honda. You done rode every anaconda in Wakanda. You ain't shit, and your mama ain't shit. Ain't shit, your dog